Hi there. This is my game, The Mansion of the Dancing Cult. It was made for my assignment B1, personal progression. Yeah, this is what happens when you start the game. It gives you a warning, which is because the game contains lots of bright lights, lots of flashing imagery, and I didn't want to accidentally affect somebody who has photosensitive epilepsy, so you need to click I understand to actually play the game. This is the title screen. It's got everything you expect. It's got your high score. It's got your button that deletes save data. Quit button. That's what you would expect. Credits. Obviously shows that I did it. These are all the assets that I used to make the game. Start game starts a regular game. Start tutorial, however, sends you to this area. Welcome to the tutorial range. You WASD to move. Press right mouse button to zoom in and left mouse to shoot. Press 1 or 2 to switch weapons, R to reload, E to interact, and you press the buttons in front of each of the ranges to begin the training. And when you're in the ghost mode, you need to flash the ghost, then switch to your vacuum to capture it. So, the ghosts, for example, this is the scaredy cat ghost. All this one does is just run away from you as soon as it spawns. It will always run away from you. The Poltergeist Ghost is a very special one because it's quite unique in that it'll run towards any of the objects in its vicinity that aren't occupied and hide in them, which causes that little particle effect to happen. So when they do that, you need to immediately hit the check object, flash them, and then again suck them up with your vacuum cleaner. These are the attack ghosts. So all these guys do is that when they touch you, you take damage. They act like every other ghost in the game, so it's not really that big of a deal. This is the boss jar. So what these guys usually do is navigate towards this jar. You can actually just damage it yourself. But yeah, and when it's broken, it'll release one of these, the boss ghosts. They're usually bigger than this, but what they are is just regular attack ghosts that do a lot more damage. They move a lot more slow and usually are really big and hard to avoid. They're quite relatively easy to deal with when you're in ghost hunting mode, but because they can only be released when you're in the regular version, like when you're playing with guns, they can't then be attacked, which means you can't actually get rid of them. I did just leave this in for fun. The boss ghost, when defeated, usually spawns a jar in the middle of the map, and that's the direct center. And I just thought it was kind of funny to leave the ghost there, so I did. Oh wait, no, I'll start from the bottom. Yep, these are the ranged cultists. So they have guns. They'll either spawn with a pistol or a rifle, and when they start aiming, they turn towards you and fire bullets, which does quite a bit of damage. These are the melee enemies. All they do is just, well, they're supposed to walk towards you. As you can see, each of these have like ragdolls and custom death noises, all the good stuff you'd expect. This is just to show ghost jars. So as you saw before, when you defeat like a ghost over there, it drops a jar. Picking them up gives you points to spend on upgrades, which I think is this. Yep, upgrades. These buttons just give you points to spend. So you can do stuff like heal the jar, fully heal yourself. There's upgrades to buy. I've actually used all of my points. Upgrades to buy, which help for dealing with ghosts. You can buy the secondary weapon, which just gives you 2 full weapons that you can use. And obviously you can refill your ammo, which just gives you a full clip of ammo. This is the ghost tracker, so what this does is, nifty little tool, whenever you enter ghost mode, which can be done by just hitting that button, it'll now spawn a little arrow, and if there's a ghost in the level, it points towards it. No matter where you are, oh, it'll point towards it. It's quite cool. But yeah, that's these buttons let you switch between your regular attack, your ghost hunting mode. That's just if you left an enemy spawned and you want to quickly go and deal with them. And yeah, this one takes you to the main menu. So I'll begin the actual game.
Long ago, there was a cult based around the culture of dancing along to the hit music track Gangnam Style. The cult fizzled out after losing the great war against the almighty cult of James! However, this was long ago, and the once great cult leader's wandering spirit is worth quite a lot online, and you know where to find it. After capturing the ghost and putting them in the biggest jar you could muster, you are attacked by the last remaining members of this lost cult. Take care of them and sell their captured spirits while holding out as long as you can. Armed to the teeth with guns and vacuum cleaners, how long can you defend your prize against these cultists?
So yeah, as you can see, there's a voiceover that's just a narration of this block of text. And to begin the game, you press I'm ready, and it will load you into the actual game. Controls, just in case you needed to invert your up and down or your X and Y, up at the top. Enemies spawn from set points around the map. They can shoot each other. That was just, I found that really funny, so I left it in. It's also kind of realistic because, you know, if you did get bullets pumped into you by a comrade, you would also die. But yeah, as soon as the round ends, you enter your ghost hunting round. So these guys will just automatically gun for you. I think there's one behind me. There is. The first round always spawns 3 ghosts, so there is one that I'm missing. There's a reason the ghost tracker exists, because it's way handier to have a little arrow pointing to your nearest friendly blob of ectoplasm than to rely just on eyesight. So I think I'm actually just gonna go in here. Oh, this area actually slows down time for anything outside of it. So any enemies won't be as effective. All the good stuff, all the good stuff. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'll come back for the weapons. But yeah, so you can take care of all of these ghosts and begin the next wave, which just spawns more enemies. Yeah, the weapons, you can switch between any... Okay, they don't work inside that area. Any 2 of them at the time. Pistol is always free, just so that you've got a backup. Shotgun is probably one of the more overpowered ones in the game, because if you get a large gaggle like this, you can just start shooting them, and most of the time, it takes them all out, which is quite useful. Yeah, pair that with like any of the other guns. King of the castle, I guess. Never seen that happen before. That is hilarious. Oh my god. I'll come back for the sniper after this round. But yeah, as you can see, like the ghost pointer is now pointing automatically at that was weird. Sometimes the little timer just doesn't show up. I'm not entirely sure why, because it is the same part of code. I'm assuming it's just a problem with the build. But yeah. Go up to the ghosts, flash them, and you do the vacuum cleaning. And the little pointer is constantly pointing towards exactly where you'd think. If I wait around here, you'll see, yep, little particles show up. Hit them, you then do a little... Excuse me. Excuse me? You see why I put the photosensitive epilepsy warning at the start. But yeah, the arrow just points towards wherever the nearest ghost is. Oh. I'm 90% sure I can hit that with the vacuum cleaner, but I also don't want to risk it, so I'll just quickly... Yeah, there we go. And then you're back to regular gameplay. This can go on for like however long you can hold out. I'll quickly go and grab the sniper because that's really the only other interesting gun in the game. So the sniper is really useful because from far distance you can take enemies out really, really quickly, which is why it takes forever to reload, because otherwise you would be far too overpowered with it. You could just stand in here and just hit them. Yeah, you can buy upgrades. I'm out of points. I'm actually gonna let them release the big ghost because I can show you what that looks like. It will take them a while, so I'm actually gonna help. Oh. Yeah, sometimes they just do that. I don't know. They get a little bit quirky at night. Yeah, there we go. So the big ghost is now released, so it'll start slowly moving towards me. And I can't do anything to it until I've taken out all of the rest of the enemies. But if it were to hit me, it does just far too much damage. So really, that's the big threat. If you die, I'll just let this thing kill me. Yeah, it'll tell you how long you've lasted, the high scores correct and everything, and you can then quit back to the main menu. And that's pretty much the entire game, unless I've forgotten something. Deleting save data just, you know, it does what you expect. I can click it here, and it means that next time that I spawn in, it won't have that data anymore. But yeah, thank you for watching.